today we're going to be talking about skin first aid. And to me especially, it's really helpful because every so often, I'll get friends or we'll get customers asking, can I really do this to a wound or an insect bite or whatever? And many times our answer is, no. Like, you don't need to do that. You can do something else that's healthier, etc. So we'll be talking about burns, rashes, insect bites, cuts and wounds, when you slam your finger in a door, knee scrapes, blisters from like your shoes or a tennis racket, for example, a sty in the eye even. There's a nice tip my mom has had. And then when you have a huge planetoid zit that happens, this tends to happen to me actually the day before a live stream. And then when you have a huge planetoid zit in or near the nose, because that's actually a really great, very, very important tip. And then what else? Self-injections, because we're hearing that this is becoming a thing in teleconsultations, but also for people who have to take biologicals, there's some nice tips there, and how to prevent scarring and long-term damage. So I'll be going first into some VMV stuff that can be helpful, how to ouchlessly treat a wound. So this true story really happened. My daughter came in wailing and screaming and crying because she had slammed her finger in the middle of her cabinet door. And we all, I'm sure, have had similar experiences. Raise your hands if you know what I'm talking about. It's so painful, right? Your finger gets caught like in the middle of a door. So I knew it was just too tender and painful to wash right away. So the first thing I did, and the first tip I want to share with everybody, and my mom uses this for her patients too, like Botox in the armpits, is ice. Ice is our friend. Not obviously raw ice, like an ice pack. So like with my daughter, what I did is I did an ice pack here, and then here first, just under, because this was really too painful. And then when it was starting to get really nice and numb, I added another ice pack, but a smaller one, or like a little ice cube in a napkin, to sandwich it to get it really, really numb. And then here's another interesting tip. When I was younger, the very first thing we would do for any kind of wound was straight to soap and water, right? I didn't do that, so this was nice and numb. And what I did is I actually got some Oilswell, which is this puppy, right? I don't know if you can see that. And I drizzled it all over the wound because, as you guys know, virgin coconut oil is a really fantastic broad spectrum antimicrobial. So until I could get a really thorough physical washing in there, I put the VCO on top of the lesion. And then after that, and this is sort of a nice tip I really wanted to demonstrate. So let's say that my wound is sort of around here, right? So I would either squeeze, or if you're using a jar, I would take a huge, rather big amount of Boo Boo Balm. Can you see how much that is? It's like a big old glob. I call it the glob and nudge. And so again, if the wound is right about, I won't put it right like on, I won't press on the wound. It's the Boo Boo Balm that's going sort of near the wound, right? And I just twist that off. And then I nudge the Boo Boo Balm. I don't put pressure, I don't wipe it on the wound because it's super painful. So I sort of just nudge the tip of the Boo Boo Balm just to get it to cover the wound. And that's what I'll bandage. Like this. I won't spread it, right? I won't press on it and spread like this because the poor child will jump through her skin. I'll leave it like a big glob. And that's what I'll bandage. And then after a few hours, or I say this was around noon, by about 5 p.m. or something, I'll remove the bandage and check it out. And usually already by that time, you can see it healing really nicely.